Good morning, cutie quilters. You know, I couldn't go this long without doing a video. So, this is what's going on. I had to pick out a bunch because of tension issues. I was having a lot of tension issues. These are not the tension issues, unfortunately. This turned out okay on the back, but I had real tension issues where it was loopy on the back, so I had no choice, but I had to rip it out. So I did, and now I'm gonna get it back into place. I think it's right here. This is where I picked it out, I think. I'm trying to remember where I picked it out. I can't remember. Oh, here it is. Here's where I picked it out, right here. Okay, this is where I was working. Alrighty then. So I've done a lot. I guess it was not this way, it was this way. Okay, trying to find how I oriented it first. It's so, I can't imagine working on a huge quilt, you know, like a king size. My mother's quilt that I'm trying to restore, people were saying to put batting in it. I'm a little nervous about that because I would have to take it apart. And it's lasted 40 years. I mean, the thread that my mother used, dare I say thread, it was probably yarn, some type of very thin yarn. It was very tough. You know, that really thick waxed thread that they used to sell. They probably do sell. Anyway, she made it from there. And it lasted 40 years. The only part that has holes is the velveteen quilted fabric that she used for the top, and the backing was a sheet. Now, if I quilt it, I would have to follow the quilting on the top. That's my only problem. And that's straight line quilting, and which is no problem. And then I could do little fillers, you know, or I could do my own design, I guess. I just don't want to destroy the fabric because that fabric didn't hold up real well. And I have a feeling it was detergents that did the holes, that ate away at it. So I'm not real sure. I'll have to do some research. But I think she'd be very proud of me in the quilting I'm doing now in my cutie frame. This is an amazing thing, this cutie frame. It really is. Okay, there's where I was working. I see all the holes. Oh dear. Okay, so what I did, this is what I wanted to tell you. I went and, because I was having tension issues, I made myself a sandwich, and I worked on it and got the tension just so. If you can see this, okay. There. Got the tension good. Check the back, and there's no white. So that's good. That means that the thread, the backing thread is in the middle of the sandwich, which is where it belongs, or near the top. I actually got it to bring it up, and then I put it back down. You know, I dealt with the tension the way you're supposed to. You get it to come, you get the backing thread to come up just to the top, and then you loosen the tension, the top tension, and it releases it, and it goes right below, and that's where they say it should be, in the batting. So that's where it is. It's all perfect now, supposedly. See the back? You can't see any white. So that's perfect. This is perfect tension there. So, and this is the same kind of sandwich that this is made of. Wool, batting, and cotton on the top. Okay, so we'll see about that. Okay, I'm just positioning it now. I'll be so glad when I have these overhead thing. This is a pain in the butt. These handles sitting right here, it's very hard to position things. It takes more time. This way I can just plop it up here get it right on top, clip it, and da-da. Just let it hang, clip it, and let it hang, which I'm looking forward to. I almost don't want to do this until I get it, but I'm going to. Okay. Get my stray threads from my ripping out. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to clip the top. Got it pretty much where I want it. I hear those threads. I've been cutting threads. You know, you're supposed to bury your threads. Well, then I saw something, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but this is what I saw on a video. She said you don't have to bury your threads unless you're doing a show quilt. So I just clipped them. This is not a show quilt. No matter how good I think it is, it's not a show quilt. I'm not ready for that just yet. I'm getting there. This is the best I've ever quilted. Honestly, I just never thought I'd be able to quilt like this in my life. And thank you, Grace Company, making me a real quilter. I love it. Sunday mornings are special to me. I get up, my husband goes to synagogue, I quilt. It's all good. There. There. Okay. All right, now I roll this up, which is time consuming all in itself. I usually just fold it, and then I roll. This is what I mean by, when I say manhandling, this is why we baste, because of this. The manhandling that we do on this cutie frame is unbelievable. If you don't baste, God love you. I don't know how your quilts stand all the manhandling. Maybe when I can just drop it on here, I won't have to quilt. I won't have to baste. I can just float. Maybe. I don't know. That'll be a new adventure for me. Okay, now, oh, of course, there's this. Oh, and of course, it's grabbing the hooks. Get the hook and tuck your tails. Don't forget that. That's what I mean by tucking your tails, because you do not want to sew those suckers onto your quilt. You'll be picking that out for a good long while. Okay. It's rough when you get into the groove of quilting and then you have to stop. And picking things out is no fun. I did it all last night. It was not fun. I have fun things to do, but that's not one of them. Oh. There we go. I love quilting. It's so relaxing and so... Most of it is relaxing. Picking things out is not relaxing. Okay. There we go. We're ready.